Who was the Boston Strangler? In the early 1960s, Boston was a city living in fear. Behind locked doors in quiet apartments, women were being murdered, strangled with stockings, belts, and cords torn from their own homes. The killer left no fingerprints, no signs of forced entry, no witnesses. Each victim, different in age, background, and lifestyle. The randomness made him even more terrifying. No woman in Boston felt safe. The press gave him a name that would haunt the city forever: the Boston Strangler. 13 women brutally taken. The city was paralyzed by fear. Women stopped answering the door. Locks sold out in hardware stores. The police chased hundreds of leads and found nothing. Then, in 1964, a shocking twist. A man named Albert DeSalvo was arrested, but not for murder. He was caught for a string of disturbing sexual assaults, calling himself the Measuring Man and the Green Man. During interrogation, he began to confess, not just to assaults, but to the stranglings, all 13 of them. Investigators were stunned. DeSalvo gave chilling details only the killer could have known. The positions of bodies, the methods used, the smallest details from the crime scenes. But there was a problem. No physical evidence connected him to the murders. His confession was all they had. DeSalvo was never tried as the Strangler. Instead, he was sentenced to life in prison for the assaults. He was murdered behind bars in 1973, leaving the question hanging. Was he really the Boston Strangler, or just a man seeking fame from infamy? Decades later, science gave an answer. In 2001, DNA from one of the victims, Mary Sullivan, the Strangler's final known victim, was preserved and tested. The results were conclusive. The DNA matched Albert DeSalvo. At last, the case was closed. The Boston Strangler had a face, a name, and an ending. But the legacy remains darker than any resolution. For years, an entire city lived in terror, not knowing who lurked in the shadows. And even today, some still whisper that perhaps DeSalvo didn't act alone. The Boston Strangler, a man whose crimes shattered trust, stole innocence, and left Boston forever scarred.